40 weeks, 5 days pregnant. And I thought I would answer some questions about the pregnancy and all that stuff. While we eat our dinner, we're having broccoli and steak, which is like my favorite meal. Everyone always asks what like cravings I've had. I haven't really had cravings, except for like sweets, you know? But the last like few months, steak. For sure, steak and broccoli. Anyways, the first question is, how did you find out you were pregnant? It's actually funny. Well, it's not that funny, but I thought I looked bloated. And so like the day before I took the test, I was like joking around, like rubbing my belly to my dad and Levi because we were out the day before. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, I'm pregnant. Look at my belly. And I was like pretending I was pregnant. I literally took a picture of me like holding my bump. I was actually pregnant. The next day I took a test because I realized that I was like 3 days late to my period. Every time I ever took a pregnancy test, I always was recording before the result just because, like just in case it came out positive. But this one I didn't because I was joking about it so much that I legit convinced myself it was a joke.
It was not a joke.
And then how did I tell Levi? I took the test and he came home like 5 minutes after. Then our maintenance man came in. So I grabbed the test, I put it back in the box, threw it under the sink just in time before Levi walked in.
Yeah, it was really good time
into the bathroom. Like it was so fast. And then the maintenance man was there, so we were just like figuring that out with him. And then he left and I went into the bedroom and I think you were out in the living room. We had thrifted baby clothes throughout just dating and stuff just for fun. And I took out these cute little overalls, put like the positive test in the little overall pocket, set it on our bed and called Levi in the room because I was like, I literally cannot hold this in.
No idea. I was not even thinking about it and it was like a perfect surprise. I was blown away and I was like pure joy and like I was shocked and happy and whatever emotion is all of those. It was just amazing. How did you get pregnant?
Another question is how we told our parents. So we told my mom and my stepdad together, we told my dad separately, and then we told your parents together. We told them like around Father's Day. So I can't remember how many weeks pregnant I was, but we kept it a secret from them for a while.
It was like 13 or 14, I think.
Did we know the gender before the reveal? I found out we were pregnant and I immediately knew it was a girl. I definitely remember like God giving me a vision pretty soon after I found out. So I was just confident throughout this entire pregnancy that it was a girl up until the reveal when we found out that it was. Also, like all the wives' tales, you can like see if it's a girl or if your symptoms more line up with a boy, and mine were like 100% girl.
So I thought, I want a boy, it's gonna be a boy, you know, whatever. The day or two before the reveal, I was like, it's a girl. Definitely it's a girl. And then we went to the reveal, we had to pick. We both picked girl, and that's what we got. We got a baby girl, we got a princess coming. I could not be happier that we're having a girl.
I was gonna say, me and you, before we got pregnant, we were both like, we want a boy. He can be the older brother, the protector. So then I think going into the pregnancy, when he found out, he was like staying with that. But I got this vision. And so I was completely confident it was a girl. And then I thought about just having a girl first and how he's gonna be a girl dad. And it like made me so happy. There's nothing more perfect than that because of like how Levi treats me, and it's just so good. And it's the perfect role model for like just a future spouse for our daughter. And so our daughter's gonna like see that. I'm very excited. I just think having a girl first is gonna be so much fun. It's the first grandkid on both of our sides. So
it's exciting.
Yeah, our parents are very excited. We always get questions about her name. We're keeping her name a secret until she's born.
Starts with a letter from the alphabet.
But people have asked throughout the entire pregnancy if we've had the name like picked out the whole time, or if we like just came up with it, or if we still don't know. We really struggled with baby names. Before we knew the gender, it was really hard. However, I had this girl name picked out in my head that this is what I wanted her name to be, basically the whole pregnancy, and I didn't mention the name to you until maybe like late summer.
When I first heard it, I was like, it's a cool name.
We haven't met anyone named it.
And after like a day or two of like thinking about it, comparing it to other names, I was like, yeah, that's what it is.
And then we had the gender reveal, found out it was a girl, and then we were like, okay, let's start calling her this name. And if for some reason it sounds like weird or that's just not supposed to be her name, then we'll come up with a new one. But we started calling her it and we were both like, yep, that's her name. So another question is, do you like being pregnant or have you had a hard pregnancy? I am in love with being pregnant. After the morning sickness stage, I had extremely hard morning sickness for probably 5 going into 6 months.
Yeah.
These are like all the questions that people ask, like food diversions, cravings, like morning sickness, all that stuff. So I'll just like kind of go through it. So for the first 5 months of pregnancy, terrible morning sickness.
It was really bad.
Threw up almost every day. Some days I was throwing up like 4 times and we were so worried if I was losing too much fluid because I was dehydrated. So yeah, that was really bad. That's not everyone's case, so please don't be scared about pregnancy. It was like that because I feel like I didn't know much about my own body in pregnancy. I was going to an OB and I didn't really enjoy it. They didn't really spend time with me. I feel like my experience in the first 5 months could have been way better if I had a provider who actually like cared and would actually give me answers and help me out. I mean, like I was going through this extremely hard time and I needed somebody to help me mentally and emotionally and then physically, and all I was getting from my OBs, if I would like call the emergency line like worried, all they said was, it's fine. Like it's normal. Some women just go through this. And like that's just all I got. Make sure you have a good provider when you get pregnant. And it's never too late to switch providers throughout your pregnancy, even if you're like 8 months in. Anyways, I had food diversion. Levi would make meat and I had the bedroom door closed, was in the bedroom and he was out in the kitchen making the food. And it was still so bad that I would like gag or throw up.
Or if you mentioned the word steak, meat, chicken, no, you could not. So we ended up using the word M, which I think is so interesting because you go from not even being able to say the word to almost craving it and wanting it for every single meal.
So right when I could actually start drinking fluids again, I was like insane about drinking fluids. Like I have my Stanley and I have like 3 or 4 full Stanleys of water a day, which is really, really good. And then I actually started enjoying my pregnancy.
I was gonna say, I think 7, 8, and 9, those were like, your energy wasn't great, like during 7 and halfway through 8.
Because I was iron deficient, but that got back up.
Yeah.
This last month, it has been insane nesting, great amount of energy, all that stuff. Now I'm hitting a stage where I'm just like emotional because I don't want to be pregnant anymore, but I do want to be pregnant still. It's such a wonderful thing, and so I want to never let go of this. But I also want her out so bad so I can hold her. So I started feeling her kick around 14 weeks. I'm pretty sure it was.
It was early.
It was flutters at that point, but it was like, it was not my body, it was her. Then Levi started feeling her on the outside around like 17 weeks. Anyways, I can make another video like answering more questions because there's actually a ton more. But I feel like this one's already long, but my camera's about to die. So
anyways, your pregnancy is gonna be wonderful.
Yes.
And don't listen to all the haters.
Our biggest advice, like avoid people who just want to talk about negativity or a negative birth experience because you don't need to know that. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video. And we're so excited. Hopefully we have her by then.
Yes, we better.
Oh my goodness. Okay, bye guys.